Hey guys, got an unexpected Mechabellum update, so just going to take a quick look at the patch notes for that. Really loving this game. Quite excited with the progress and state of the game, so let's see what they've changed. So, small balance changes. Vulcan's attack adjusted from 88 to 86, so a slight nerf in damage. Very slight nerf though, right? So, I mean, what even is that? So 10% is 8, and this is 2, so it's a quarter of 8. So it's a quarter of 10%. Okay, we got 2.5% change in damage. Sure. The card, which was extremely strong, has been nerfed. I don't actually know if that's a nerf or a buff, because I don't remember what the old card does. It says weakened, but honestly, I wonder by how much. 20 range is still very good. This card is still very strong, in other words. But I didn't realize Vulcans were overpowered in my games. They don't seem overpowered. They seem very good at their job and very weak to all the counters to big tanky units that do low damage per second kind of deal. But anyway, Fortress HP decreased by 2%. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit more impactful on a Fortress than any other unit because a Fortress has the built-in shield effect that 99% of players running Fortresses are running. So it's double tapped there, I believe. I think that's how that works, that the shield is somehow related to the HP, but it might not be. It might just literally be 40k or 60k more per level of Fortress, in which case this is not a double whammy, but even then, small amounts. Melting Point base attack speed increased by 3%. Base attack increased by 3%, not the speed. I would say this does nearly nothing, right? The Melting Point is a ramping effect. And the big issue with melting points is if they lock onto the target you want, that target dies almost instantly. If you don't, they just spend all their time shooting chaff. Again, this seems like a really small change, and I'd be surprised if that had much of an impact at all. Maybe on the level 1 melting point gets going a little bit faster, but probably still not by very much. Mustang's attack adjusted from 37 to 36. This is a bit more impactful. All of the other units that we've talked about so far have been single models, so the effect is to one model doing damage, so it's one time that effect. The Mustang is like 12 or 16 models or something like that, so this effect is quite a bit of damage reduction overall. It's still not a huge change, it's literally 1 point of damage per model, but a bit more impactful on a large group like that. Phoenix attack interval adjusted from 3.2 to 3.3, so they nerfed Phoenix attack. Phoenixes have been, I'm a kind of a mid-tier player in this game right now, right? I think at the time of recording, I'm something like, I think I'm like 13,000 attack or whatever it's called, the rating kind of deal. I'm enjoying the tournament play of this, and I'm enjoying the competitive element of this, but I'm certainly not like tip-top in terms of players right now. And I may get there. I may, if I put more time into it, perhaps, but I may not. But at the level I'm playing at, Phoenixes have just started getting good again. Didn't see them very much in the lower levels, and they were pretty garbage. But in the middle, where we're at right now, they seem to be a very nice single target damage dealer that's immune to all of the ground effects that appear on the board, and often is dealing damage at a very long range and has some survivability by being air. So interesting to see a nerf there. Just a slight nerf, a little baby nerf, but slight attack rate nerf. Stormcaller damage reduced by 2%. I think Stormcallers are a little bit too strong. Certainly, I don't have good answers to them in my games, so I like to see a nerf. But again, 2% is very weak. There's only 4 models in a Stormcaller, and I mean, this is a percent reduction anyways. It's not a flat reduction like that one, so it doesn't really matter. But I think that's the right direction. But these changes are also very small. If you had released this patch on April 1st, I would have thought this was a troll patch because of how small these adjustments are. On the one hand, I like that. If you want to do lots of small adjustments regularly, that's great. That's a great way to balance. But on the other hand, if you only do this infrequently, then nothing changes or very little changes. So I'm kind of curious where they've come up with these numbers. They seem so small, these numbers, to get there. So I'm very curious about that. Starting specialists. Quick supply specialist. Player HP bonus increased by 200. I think quick supply specialist is quite strong. It's a little one-dimensional. It's a little rushy. But surprised to see that. I wonder if I'm reading this backwards. Is an HP bonus increase? I read that as a positive, right? They have more HP to work with, but maybe it's it's got to be. There's no way that's anything else, right? So that is a slight buff to the quick supply specialist. Don't know that the quick supply specialist needed a buff, but I don't have access to the stats that they're presumably basing this off of, so maybe it does. Marksman Specialist player HP bonus increased by 100. I feel like that's a strong start too. And the Supply Specialist player's HP decreased by 100. That makes sense to me. Supply Specialist seems extremely strong to me. This is the 50 extra per round every round. Starting unit Crawler Mustang player HP bonus reduced by 100. So a slight nerf to Crawler Mustang start. I think that's good. I like Crawler Mustang start a lot because it's a very powerful unit combination. And Crawler Sledgehammer player HP bonus reduced by 100. Same deal. Nice to see these. I think both of these starts are really good. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue where units become vulnerable after being pushed out of the deployment area. Never seen that. Fixed an issue where sentry missiles would sometimes damage units inside shields. Also never seen that, but good to see bug stops. An update preview. Next week we'll see the last major update for June. Combat power system will be reworked. A new MMR system will be introduced. That would be great. Ladder right now, I think that would just make it a little bit cleaner, the ladder experience, which would be fantastic. Reporting system will be improved. Haven't used that, don't know. Players will be able to vote to speed up the battle. I think that's nice for the end of the rounds, just to save a little bit of time. When there's like units that are going across the map to opposite towers before coming back super slow. If both players vote to speed it up, that makes sense. And a new tech for the fortress, Rocket Punch, will be added. I like the tech cards, so yeah. So I don't think this was a major, this is nice to see a small regular update, but I don't think it's a major update. I don't see a lot of huge changes in here. Maybe the most noticeable to me seems to be, I have such a hard time with these low percent values on low percent values here. So seeing the Mustang change here seems like the one that seems most impactful to me. They're pretty strong Mustangs. I like seeing the Stormcallers getting nerfed, and the rest of this seems very, very minor to me. But we'll see. Anyways, that's my review of this, and I'll see you in game.